You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the New Watch. We'll take it from here. I'm Jimmy, and with us, as always, Mr. Tony York.
Good morning, people, except there isn't anybody here, I don't think.
I don't see nobody. I see one, which
I
is
think we offended him Wednesday.
either you or me. I don't know. Um,
Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
yeah, I don't live my life by restrictions and rules.
No shit.
But it is also 7:15 in my time, probably 9:15 your time, 10:15 people on the East Coast. So, I mean, maybe they thought we wasn't coming.
Usually somebody's popped in here by about 45 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just psyched that I'm not fucking muted.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Don't notice, though.
I'm psyched that I'm not muted because, I listened back to that show and the first couple seconds of the show are pretty fucking important, especially the first couple minutes of the show are pretty important to not be muted on.
Well, it would help. I love that picture.
Yeah, it's hilarious, huh? Sean sent me that. So we need to secure the borders quick. He goes to the U.S. border.
Not that border, you idiot!
Right? He looks back like, what the fuck? What are you talking about, bitch? Oh, Lord, have mercy. So how are you, sir?
I'm all right. Starting to get contact from people regarding the cabin, so
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
In regards to what? Are you coming or
Setting
not?
I'm not even breathing hard.
No. Touche.
No, they were supposed to set up, uh, it's one of those rent-to-own buildings, so you buy it, you put down your money, and then they send you a program for payment. Well, hell, I've been waiting since the middle of fucking November for that shit to come down. Just called me. That's who called me on the phone when we was getting ready. Wanting to set up because they didn't even have my address here, which is on the fucking contract I got.
Right, yeah.
So, hell, I'm thinking, what the fuck is the goddamn delay? But the guy that is going to deliver the building called me last night, and then the lady from Dirksen, which is the building company, I got to call her back after the show. I got to do a show right now. I'm too fucking busy.
So it ain't them rushing you, it's them taking their sweet ass time.
I really don't know. The lady that actually was the person who sold the building to us said that it would be probably January before we heard from them.
Oh, really? I mean, them shits are already built. What the fuck is the holdup?
Well, they're just that far behind on getting their paperwork set.
Oh, this is fucking bureaucracy you're waiting on?
Paperwork, yeah.
Bullshit. Give this man his home.
Oh, they'd have brought the home whenever I sent it. The paperwork still wouldn't have arrived until they got their shit together.
Oh, so it's just getting it done at the same time for convenience sake then.
I'm not waiting on them to do paperwork to get the building there. They're waiting on me to get the place ready so they can bring the damn thing.
I got you. So you're taking your sweet ass time.
Yeah, I don't like the fucking cold. The one fucking nice day I go down there to work, I have a blood sugar crash.
Man.
can't very well tell people what to do when I'm incoherent. They sure as hell ain't gonna figure out what to do on their fucking own.
GMG. He's out there. Good morning, gunmetal guy.
Hey, how's it going? Howdy, partner.
Our one and only fucking viewer. We don't even have our patrons here. We got 2 patrons. I think I told you, right?
Most of the time they show up later.
I'll tell you what. I know what the early watch is, or what the new watch is worth. $11.26.
Hey, that beats a swift kick in the nuts.
It sure does. It sure does. 'Cause, yeah, that's an owie. No, I'm just fucking around. Good morning. Everybody, whatever. I'm not gonna do it again, so I'm doing it now.
Yeah, you don't want to be here for the hello. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, yeah. Not doing it again. But anyway, moving on to greener
Only if
pastures.
he's muted.
Was watching fucking some documentaries. Well, not really well, yeah, that one documentary. I was watching a wrestling documentary that makes me want to fucking start our own like association. You could be one of the like promoters or something like that. Fucking just call it Chairs and Tables Entertainment. CTE for short. Dedicated to Chris Benoit or something. You heard about Chris Benoit, right? Or no? I'm just
No.
talking out of my ass. Okay. He's the guy that he had CTE and fucking killed his family. Well, his son was one of his sons and his wife. It was several years ago though, so it's safe to joke about if you want.
I don't give a shit if it's 15 minutes ago. I'll joke about it.
It was fucking. I'm telling you what, this is one of the most violent deaths that like a guy murdering his own family or murder suicide thing that I've ever fucking heard of.
Honestly, I haven't heard of it.
And then hung himself with the Bowflex machine, and then he put Bibles by each of the bodies. He put a Bible by his son and a Bible by his fucking wife, and he had a Bible by him. It's pretty crazy. And then they fucking WWF, of course, fucking like strict him from all records and everything like that and stopped talking about him. The day after they did a tribute to him.
Sure he didn't pull a David Carradine?
No. I mean, he might have been jerking off on the Bowflex, but he did do a Google search and said fucking the quickest way to snap your neck. And he had the weights counterweighted to his body and tied the wires around his neck and pretty
When are these
pretty
stupid
gruesome.
fuckers going to realize that you need to go on an anonymous machine to Google search how to kill?
Well, see, that's the thing. That's where the documentary was going to, because stupid may be an understatement, Tony. It may be an understatement because I guess they were saying that his brain looked like fucking Swiss cheese. It's
Droids?
no chronic trauma something. It's a big word. CTE. I knew it. I used to know it. I got head trauma. Um,
Yeah, we know.
Chronic traumatic encephalopathy.
Okay.
And it's pretty much from taking a bunch of hits to the head. A diagnosis made only at autopsy by studying sections of the brain. CTE is a rare disorder that is not yet well understood.
So, do you want to get checked out for it?
Yeah, sure, yeah. As long as they could put me back together, I guess, yeah. But I don't
No,
think
I
they
was just
can.
figuring we can kill you.
Yeah, just to see. But no, I got a
Yeah.
lump in the middle of my head from a car accident, a lump on the side of my head from fucking undisclosed, a lump in the back of my head from going into an I-beam from being tackled, and fucking, I've got some head trauma. Got some head trauma.
Well, I do have a groove in my skull right at the eyebrow ridge where I went into the rearview mirror that bolts onto the ceiling of a Volkswagen Beetle.
You
as
may
I went through the windshield.
you may have CTE. It's something that wrestlers, boxers, football players, that type of shit fucking suffer from.
Uh, I don't know. The only thing that ever makes me even remotely suicidal is my dick not working.
Do you hear ringing?
Yes, I hear ringing.
You might got it,
I'm
man.
a fucking rock band.
You might got it. You might got CTE. But is the original joke now when we make our own wrestling association called Shables Tears Entertainment? Is that fucking Chairs Table Entertainment? That's a little bit more funny now, ain't it? Maybe not.
Uh, I don't know, man. I'm not that big into wrestling.
CTE Entertainment.
But if we
CT
can get hot
Entertainment.
women involved where I could lay them out on the table,
You have to.
uh, we can talk.
Yeah, well, you have to.
Can't tell the old lady, and if you're any of my son-in-laws are listening to this, don't you ever mention this particular conversation around your
Well,
mother.
well, we're either gonna have the show on this channel or like public access or something like that. So nobody's gonna see it anyway. It's gonna be one of those exclusive, only if you know about it parties.
My missus seems to find out more about this show than I understand how because she never listens, but she gets informed.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know, man. My wife never listens either, quote, but somehow she hears about shit. I hear
That's just pillow talk with her and I.
it.
When you going back to Arizona anyway?
I'm not, man. I'm not. Work is gone. Work is gone.
Too,
Um,
too quick, evidently.
yeah. Work is gone. But yeah, what else was I doing?
Oh, believe me, uh, cooing for the chat is not going to happen because I do not do this by myself.
What? You do it by yourself? You
Gunmetal
do
guy said Tony's trying to off his co-host to coo the chat and rule the 1,000 listeners. I'm the one to do this shit by myself. Wait, 10 listeners.
yeah.
Actually, it's just 2.
Yeah, too. Usually we peak at about 7. Who's Von Erich? What's happening with that?
I don't know.
Well, Google, take me away. If it's somebody that's local, it's probably not going to be on. Von Erich family is American professional wrestling. Oh yeah, the wrestlers. Um, but every member who has been, they got tragedy just like the Kennedys. Um, no, 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 no. Actual surname Atticusson. Every member who has been in the wrestling business has used the ring name Von Erich after the family, which Fritz died of cancer. One drowned in a puddle. Jesus Christ. Oh wait, no, the
How
age of
much,
what?
how much fucking tequila was involved with that one?
I think he drowned his kid in the fucking. Wait, let's see. His firstborn Jack Jr. was accidentally shocked. Oh, he was shocked, and then he drowned in a puddle. Oh, how much electricity can your body take before you fucking drown in a puddle? 23. Chris shot himself in the head with a 9 mil. Kerry shot himself in the chest in the family yard at the age of 33. Kevin Von Erich is the last surviving son.
All right,
That's got to
guys.
be rough, being the last of the Mohicans like that, and everybody killed themselves.
Just a tip for these guys. You're the last one remaining. Bullets come out of the gun going very fast.
Yeah, yeah. So if you point at yourself and pull the trigger, you're not gonna get out. I mean, that's fine. That's very final.
You may be fucking quick, but you ain't that goddamn quick.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even if you don't want to move out the way, it's still like killing yourself is final. There's no take backsies. There's no fucking none of that shit. You're done. You're done.
How many people you think really think that I'll kill myself, but then after that I'm going to do something else?
No, but you'll never know. You kill yourself, you'll never fucking know.
You will get hauled to the coroner's office and then burnt, put in a jar, or buried in the dirt somewhere.
Or just like dust it off. And probably
That maybe too.
part of you will more than likely go to another family's remains. So you know what I mean? You'll be spread out everywhere. Don't worry about it.
And you can goddamn well rest assured that they're going to take you into a lab and cut up your fucking brain.
Yeah, make sure you don't got CTE. Do some kind of other studies. I don't know. I don't know. But it's a rough life though, man. Like wrestling, all that, them fucking contact sports where you could take, can be concussive and
Look,
shit. That's rough.
look, wrestling is not like mixed martial arts.
Of course not.
I mean, you know, granted, getting slammed around and shit might sting, but nobody's getting hurt intentionally unless somebody loses their fucking temper.
They fuck up a move or they're like Chris Benoit's finishing move was a fucking flying headbutt from the top rope. So
That
fucking, that's gonna cause a little head trauma there.
that ain't you standing in the ring across from Ronda Rousey when she gets ready to kick you to fucking death.
And you mean when I'm getting ready to catch her little fucking girl leg and throw her across the fucking octagon?
How many fantasies have you had about this bitch?
None. I just know how to fight, and I know how she's gonna come at me, and I'm gonna take her down.
Even in your reply, you mentioned coming.
Yeah, I probably will afterwards. I probably will.
Seriously though, I mean, in MMA they're fucking trying to kick the fuck out of each other, beat the fuck out of each other.
Oh yeah, they want the match to end within the first round for sure. For
I
sure.
don't.
They're really trying to fight. They're not even boxing to an extent. Most boxers try to drag out the fight, and let their fucking endurance win the fight for them.
I didn't. I've never really been into the wrestling or the boxing. I was a little bit in wrestling when I was a kid, like I was 9 or 10.
Yeah,
Back in
same.
the days of Harley race. But
Not the same. I liked like Stone Cold and The Rock and shit like that, but I was a kid in the fucking
those
90s.
guys weren't fucking wrestlers. Those guys were actors.
Yeah, that's what
Putting
wrestling
on
was
a
when I
fucking
was a
show.
kid. That's
That's what
what,
wrestling was when I was a kid too, but there wasn't all the show involved.
yeah, see, I don't know. I liked it a little bit more. Now, when it
It's
started
like
becoming soap opera, like, oh my God, you're fucking my wife and shit like that. I mean, that was what was wrestling. That's what wrestling was when I was a kid. But I hear you how that could be corny.
it's like you're a big fan of Baja 1000, and somebody says, "Here, go watch Monster Trucks." Well, no,
Yeah, no shit.
not the same.
Didn't one guy fight? Oh yeah. He fell off the scaffolding. It was Owen Hart. He was the fucking Blue Mist or something like that, or the Blue Eagle or some shit like that. I can't remember what the fuck it was. And his whole shtick was being lowered down by the rafters like he was flying in, and he fucking fell off and he hit his head on the turnbuckle, I guess, from like fucking 75 feet in the air. That's a flying headbutt right there. Jesus
Wrestling,
Christ.
the only thing I want to see in wrestling, two chicks wrestling, one does a bowling ball grab on the other.
Yeah.
Just straight up thumb in the vagina and two fingers in the ass and grab her like a bowling ball.
Roll her right into the side of that fucking cage. I was asked by my mom why I don't watch MMA fighting like my brother. I said, Mom, if I'm tasting a man's sweat and blood, I'm trying to kill him. Period. Yeah.
I,
If you're tasting a woman's blood, it's probably her period.
yeah, and you're trying to come in her pussy.
Come on. Ba-dum-tsh. Um,
We still got a fucking break down and find that goddamn Red Wings.
I know I can't. I can't. I think I know what episode it is. I pinpointed it, but now do I want to listen to 3 hours of material to fucking actually find the ten
You
minutes?
can skip it, jump about either 10 minutes at a time or so, or put it on like twice speed and cut the time down some. But
Oh yeah, huh? Oh yeah, I didn't even. You're a fucking genius. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I'm
that's
gonna
how
do
I
that.
was going through them.
I'm gonna do that. Turn it up. Yeah, wow, what a mental picture.
No
Fuck,
shit, wouldn't that be entertaining?
fuck. I wish I had that goddamn. You know what? No, but I mean, if talking about this is fucking a mental picture, it's so much funnier with Night Strike. Oh god, we should just have him on
Oh
the
yeah,
show and recreate it.
well, I think he was talking about the bowling ball grip.
Life.
That oh yeah, the Red Wings bit's the funniest thing we've ever done. I'm sure of it.
Yeah,
Connery, hey, how's it going?
yeah, life. Annyeonghaseyo.
Yeah, when you find that,
Yeah,
you got to put that on in its fucking entirety too. Because if I'm not mistaken, we really ran with that because we knew what it was doing to him, or at least I did.
yeah. Wait, why Knives better be in hiding? What's wrong with Knives? What'd he do? Dodging the Discord? Acting like he can't get in it? Said that turtle better be in hiding. Oh Lord. I don't want to get into the news yet because that's gonna be long. I want to smoke a cigarette before I go do that. Being muted the first few minutes sucks dick. Um,
Actually, the show sounds awful when that happens because I'm not very good at one-sided conversation, even though I can run on fucking all day long.
oh, with the
Uh,
muted shit? Yeah, well, no.
Still
The thing
funny
is,
as all fuck.
oh, it's funny, especially because everybody knows that I'm not doing it on fucking like I'm doing it on accident, and it pisses me off. But
You ain't aware of it at the time.
yeah, and it makes me super mad, and I'm going like I'm on the fuck yeah. It's because you're going on and on and on and on and on and on about something, and fucking all you're doing is like, yeah, well, and then and then maybe you'll sneak in a sentence here and there.
Well, that's usually the intro of the show, so you're doing most of it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, the first couple minutes of the show is crucial to not be muted.
And it is funny as hell.
Yeah, it's so funny. Um,
You
I
know, the
was
last show
watching.
I actually reminded him before we started to unmute.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's been a lot of offlines. All right, make sure you're not muted.
I had just listened to the show before that he was muted on, so I was pretty sure that I didn't want that first few minutes of just me saying, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I need to start like the first thing I ask you is how are you, so you can just get to going real quick, and then I can go look if I'm muted or not. And then everybody will think that this fucking early watch just started with you meandering on about a
New
story.
watch, goddammit, that's your fucking change. You should at least remember it.
New watch, whatever, man. Fucking same shit.
I said, yeah, early on that we should have just said the new early watch.
The new early watch, yeah.
An early watch?
I wanted a sneak podcast in there so we could fucking get trick more viewers that haven't heard of it before to watch it. Like fucking hipsters or
Ha!
liberals, something like that. Like, oh, podcast. I'm gonna go listen to a podcast. And, it didn't work.
Well,
Yeah,
you should. Change it to something like the New Rainbow podcast.
Yeah, right. Liberal Law podcast. But no, the fucking two and the Beatles got us kicked off. I was trying to avoid that on this channel. Beatles got us. I knew it.
I was going to ask you about that because I tried to rewatch yesterday and it said this video is not available.
It's up
Wait,
there. It's up there now again. But I had to take the Beatles part out.
I watched it this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to it.
Beatles got took out. It was kind of funny. It was a good show, but yeah, the Beatles part got took out. Fucking Universal. I was wrong. It wasn't Sony this time. It was Universal.
That's all the same goddamn bunch of Jews.
Yeah. Different providences or whatever, however they worked that out.
Just kidding. States. I'm not anti-Semite. I was making that joke in response to something that happened off air earlier.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Sirhan. Yeah. I was watching fucking I was watching Sirhan fucking interview. Does anybody know if he's dead or alive? I didn't look that up yet. But fucking yeah, it's just funny to watch him backtrack to what's the something edition. First edition. Is it first edition? Something. New edition, first edition, whatever the fuck. But yeah, it was funny how he backpedaled and was like, "Oh, it's just young and wild," and I didn't know what to do.
I was young and wild and didn't know what to do either, but I never fucking killed anybody.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. But me neither, totally. But yeah, so he fucking he was all backtracking and shit, and then he blamed it because like Kennedy was my hero and he was gonna bomb Israel, and then once he was gonna bomb Israel, I wanted to shoot him.
I still find it hard to believe that he's a Jew and that I never knew that if he is.
I mean, like I told you off air, very uneducated on the subject. But if somebody's your hero and then you get mad because they're gonna do something to Israel or not do nothing or whatever the fuck, you're from Israel, I assume.
Well, you know, not everybody in Israel is a Jew.
What? No, yeah, I know. I know some of them are in Ethiopia, the Black Israelites. The true Jews.
Well, the Jews have invaded the world. I mean, that's obvious.
At least Hollywood and and the banks.
Yeah, pretty much wherever the real money's at. Reminds me of a line on Deadwood, man. Just whip a penny under his nose. If there's any life in him, that'll bring him around. Sorry if I offend any Jewish listeners, but funny is funny no matter what. I don't give a shit what fucking race. Jewish race.
He's still alive. He's locked up. I love the 14 carry gun flex on those pores. You ballin', my friend. I watch a lot of Kennedy docs in the free time. Gotta be up. I just seen Hangul. Yeah. I also watched.
Same Kennedy.
Huh?
The one that was killed in Dallas ain't the same Kennedy.
But it's Kennedy though. If you know about John F. Kennedy, you know about the Kennedy curse. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Why is it that slimy motherfucker still got to live. Nobody offed fucking Teddy.
Because he was fucking. First of all, they besmirched fucking Teddy. He's a drunk. Ain't nobody gonna listen to anything. No one respects Teddy fucking Kennedy at all. So why kill him? He's not gonna do anything. He's not gonna change anything. He's not gonna fucking. No one's gonna listen to him. No one cares.
That I agree with you there. I mean, that motherfucker even got by drowning a bitch in Chappaquiddick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot all about that shit, but yeah, he's a fucking. No one's gonna listen to a loon. You know, he doesn't. Who gives a shit? Fucking Kennedy was, it wasn't Robert Kennedy, wasn't Bobby Kennedy. He was gonna fucking make peace with like the Middle East, wasn't he? In a
I
way,
don't know what the fuck he
I
was
thought
gonna
that
do.
that's what
I
he
know
was
he was
trying to
running for
do.
president.
Well, I don't know. I just know
I
that
never
fucking. But
really studied much on Bobby Kennedy except with John F. Because I have looked into a bit with John F. Kennedy because there's so much shit that's just unfucking believable. That Warren report is absolutely ludicrous.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure. But I mean, from what documents were released, they haven't released everything, and they still haven't released all the other shit that's supposed to come out. But from what was released and what was redacted, you could kind of put together that the CIA had something to do with it.
Yeah, and that whole blaming that fucking magic bullet theory is just asinine.
That's what I want to see reports on. Actual reports on undocumented you know what I mean, or unsealed documents. That's what I want to see because
Because
that has always been like a fucking mystery to me. Like if a bullet fucking brushes against something, it's gonna deform a little bit
this fucker went through bone at least twice.
and was perfect. No
Yes,
deformation on the fucking tip, nothing. It was almost like it fell out of somebody's sleeve.
Mikey. Hey, we got another
Hey.
porn bot. Rose, want to fuck? Blowjob.
No, what's it called though? No deposits. Just no deposits. Gonna not Gina.
Uh,
Oh, you guys kill me with your dancing with the devil antics. The YouTube overlord, it's gonna smash you. YouTube can't fuck with us.
yeah, we don't matter enough for YouTube to give a fuck.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. We're like the Teddy Kennedy of podcasts. Nobody gives a fuck.
Hey, you don't have to delete the chick bots. They're fine.
But I don't care. Um,
I don't know.
no subject
I
is
just
off.
want to keep it
No.
consistent because I said that once before.
Oh yeah. Consistency. That there's one thing that we're known for here. It's consistency. But yeah, and the Kennedy
I'm
curse.
thinking
What
that
was the one? What
3 year
was the Kennedy?
hiatus.
Go ahead.
I'm thinking that 3 year hiatus would argue against it.
Mhm. That was the
I
joke,
guess though
Tony.
you were consistently gone.
It was consistent. I was consistent in not making any videos or being on YouTube for 3 years. um, but yeah, dude, what was the one Kennedy girl that died like Marilyn Monroe? It was recent. One of the daughters
That was
overdosed, or granddaughters, I would say. I should say.
I can't remember her fucking name.
Yeah, I know for the life of me, I can't either. And then another girl died too with her son. I forgot what her name was too. Her young son. They were going to get a ball upriver or something like that, but I forgot what her name was.
I know one of them died out on a boat with Bobby Jr., but I
Yeah,
don't think that was an actual Kennedy. I think that was
that was an in-law.
a wife, yeah,
Yeah,
in-law.
yeah, they were in-law some kind of way. But still though, I don't know, Kennedy curse. It's weird how they all died. Like the one girl, the young fucking girl of the young attractive Kennedy girl of the family fucking dies just like Marilyn Monroe died. Weird. Very weird. You know? The son who's a fucking, trained pilot crashes his shit. Very weird. Very weird.
Well, back in the day, it was pretty weird, but after the whole uh, Clinton suicide list, it don't seem near as weird today.
Yeah,
Except for how did fucking Teddy survive?
yeah. And like I said, I think that that's just because there's like no point. You know, there's no point in
I,
killing him. He's already defeated. He's
they're
defeated
often
himself.
these fuckers because they're embarrassed, and he should have been the first to go.
I think it was more than embarrassment, though. I think that they were like actually, and I mean, let's be real here. The Kennedys were crooked. I mean, they made their money off of bootlegging. That's how they got big and influential. You know what I mean? Like they were always fucking some kind of crooked. So
Well,
who knows
yeah,
why they were really killed and what they were really getting into? Who knows?
that's kind of the top of the checklist for a politician. You got to be a fucking crook.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that, let me tell you this though, too. Let me prefix or postfix that with fucking. He was probably the least criminal of all the politicians, but
I don't know. He fucking killed somebody.
yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, what politician in power hasn't? Every single president you could say has had somebody killed.
Well, I mean, there's having people killed, and then there's driving off fucking bridge into a fucking creek with them.
Hand in hand, murdering somebody. Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
fat old fucking senator makes it out of the car, and the bitch don't.
You know, that, yeah. Yeah. Oh God. How it was, yeah, it's been about an hour. Okay. Let's
I could just see him coming to the gates, pearly gates of St. Peter, going, "You got to be fucking kidding me!
yeah. Seriously?
Fuck out of here!"
You came here? You saw the other door, but you still came here. All right. All right, let's do this. He opens the book. Let's do this. Oh, fuck.
Hang on, we got to get Mary to go get the fucking Kennedy book.
Yeah.
You got your own.
Yeah, this is the book of life. We need the Kennedy book. Oh, shit. Um,
Probably, I don't know. Somewhere I'd seen something that Maryland didn't like Bobby, but I don't know if that's true or not. You know, John fucked for sure.
oh, yeah, for sure. But see, I don't know. John, to me, was an ugly man. People say that he was like a dashing president and shit, but have you ever seen those fucking straight on photos where they add color to it and his fucking eyes are like sunken in and baggy and looking in
That's because
opposite
he was
ways and shit?
fucking dope addict.
Oh yeah, he was high too. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Let's not take that away from him either. Let's not. Our hero.
I
Oh
mean,
God.
you look, that fucker had a gorgeous fucking wife who
Yeah,
obviously
Jackie.
put out a couple of times.
Jackie was pretty. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. People are stupid sometimes. I mean, if you was married to Jackie, would you have her under the fucking desk in the Oval Office giving you head every day? Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. My wife has to
Goddamn.
come in here. Can you excuse us, gentlemen?
That's why they put doors on the fucking desk.
Well, yeah,
They say it was so they wouldn't see Roosevelt's braces. That's bullshit. That's so they wouldn't see the fucking chick on her knees.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, Clinton utilized it. Kennedy utilized it. You know, I'm sure that they're not the only two. They're just the only two that got caught. Oh,
Would
Jesus.
you visit Monroe if you had a time machine? Nah. She never really did much for me.
It wouldn't be that serious, nah. And then especially knowing how things are like airbrushed and made to look better and on TV and pictures and shit. Like yeah,
And you talk somebody like, fuck, Jesus Christ, I just lost the fucking name and I had it in my head.
who? Marilyn Monroe?
The chick in Casablanca.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but I don't know her name. But her face is coming
Ingrid
in my head.
Bergman.
Her face is in there. Yes.
Her or the chick that was in the movie with John Wayne, Angel and the Bad Man.
Let me get a picture up. Oh, Ingrid Bergman for sure. So far, I haven't looked up the other one. What's her name? Girl from
Remember,
Angel and the Bad Man?
the Bad Man, yes.
And yeah, Angel in the Bad Man. I didn't know. Angel and the Bad Man. Bam. Gail Russell?
Bill Russell, that's her.
Gail Russell. You pull up some images on old Gail. Oh shit, this is a toss up here. This is a toss up here. Let's throw it. I gotta throw it to the audience. I can't just be looking at all this by
Both.
myself. All this porno by myself. Um, so that's Gail Russell. Yeah. She looks like one of them fucking like I don't need makeup faces. And here is Ingrid Bergman, a redhead. Ah, that's a tough one. Ingrid Bergman. They're
I
like
would select
they look like two different kind of fucks. That's why.
I would select Bergman first.
Bergman looks like a fucking Raiju kind of fuck. She looks like a fucking kind of wild, like any kind of position, wild kind of fuck.
At
I
the end
think
of the day, you know that you're going to be wore out. Either way.
they have her looking like this. Have her- Gail Russell in a bikini.
I would also consider a young, geez, redheaded bitch that was with John Wayne in several movies. Maureen
Oh yeah, you know
O'Hara.
what? I I think you're fucking Tony, I think you're tripping, man. Ingrid Bergman's gonna have to get it first. Yeah, I'm thinking Ingrid Bergman.
I said Bergman first.
I thought you said Gail Russell first.
No,
Oh, okay. Then never mind. The girl to play Ingrid Hurst Bergman is pretty fucking Jessica Chastain.
yeah, but she ain't.
No, she ain't Ingrid Bergman. No, look, she's got a very, very distinct jawline.
Ingrid Bergman always struck me as hauntingly pretty.
Yeah, and she looks better older too. Where's an older picture of her? She looks better older. Like I would have rather, if I had to sit and get old with one of these bitches, it would have been Ingrid Bergman.
Yeah, Gail Russell did not age well at all because she was a fucking horrible alcoholic.
And I did not like her with short hair. I don't like Gail Russell with short hair. I thought that was an old picture of her, but it wasn't.
Nah, she wasn't super old when she died.
Yeah, this is a yeah, did she?
Yeah,
Uh,
Maureen O'Hara was hot when she was younger, and she held together pretty well.
Maureen O'Hare. Maureen O'Hara? Images full? Nah, she don't do it for me. Too much of a skeletonized face, too skeleton faced. I'd pass. And she looks like that lady. Ever seen that movie Dead Silence? She looks like that
I don't
lady
think
that
so.
played in fucking. Oh, she looks like the puppet here. Dead Silence from 2007. Let's look at an image. Yeah, that looks just like her.
But that's when she's fucking 80.
I don't care. That's where we're judging these women at in their old, tender age.
No, we're judging them from when I wanted to fuck them.
Look, here's Maureen O'Hara then, and Maureen O'Hara now in 2007. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, fine. Let's placate the Tony and put on a fucking young picture of her. Look, here's even a picture of her with John Wayne with the same creepy fucking scary skeleton chin. Look at her right
But
there.
when
In
she was with John Wayne,
2022,
she was still about fucking 50.
in 2022, if you told me that this picture of was of a man, I'd believe you. I'm like, oh yeah, you could see it in the chin and the Adam's apple. I'm like, stupid, I tricked you. That's Maureen O'Hara. Look at that Adam's apple right there. There she is.
So you're saying you
That's
wouldn't move her dick out of the way to fuck her, huh?
absolutely not. No. She'd have to flap along back to fucking John Wayne. All right. Enough of judging these fucking young women.
There was one in a movie he did, Rio Lobo, that was fucking gorgeous too. I can't remember her name.
I don't know. I'm getting rid of pictures of all of these
I
these
didn't even
whores.
realize Gail Russell got that old. I thought she died when she was in her 40s.
These old whores. Um, what's next?
Yeah,
That
all
was
those women were older than our mothers.
yeah. But they were Hollywood people, Tony. That doesn't make them any less of whores just because they're mothers.
Point is we were talking time machine, so
Oh
I'm not
yeah,
going back to when she was fucking 60.
yeah. That would be
I'm
done.
going back when she was 18 and 1 minute old.
I still would not add Maureen O'Hara into my mix, but that's, personal preferences.
That's just because you're Hispanic and scared of redheads.
John Wayne spanked their ass in a movie. What movie? I'd watch the clip just to watch the clip.
Um, McClintock
McClintock.
spanked her ass with a coal shovel, coal scuttle. And then handed it to his son so he could spank. Fuck is her name?
Some results may be explicit. Hell yeah.
Stephanie Powers.
Stephanie Powers, eh?
Oh,
Let's
she
see
was
this.
pretty when she was young too.
Yeah.
That ain't. Yeah, he spanked your ass and booted her on the ground. Said, "Now get your divorce."
It's just the clip that I got on is just showing him spank her ass over and over and over and over and over again. Oh Lord, have mercy.
I seen somewhere where she said when he did that, he wasn't holding back near as much as she would like.
Yeah, I bet. I fucking bet. This is my chance, Pilgrim.
She actually took a lot of fucking abuse and shit on movies with him.
Oh, I would, you know what? I would hate to be a fucking actress in them days, in the 30s and well, I would hate to be any kind of actor in like the 20s and 30s because they probably got treated like shit. But then fucking even after actors were cool, I'd hate to be a girl actor. Like imagine the Harvey Weinstein shit that was going on behind closed doors back then. You want this part, you're gonna have to show me that you want this part
You're gonna
with your
have to
hands or
make
your
me
mouth.
believe that you
Yeah,
desperately want to fuck me,
yeah,
so I know you can act.
yeah,
Excuse me.
yeah, yeah. Because if you can't act like this is good, then you damn sure can't act like fucking Neo is the one. So get out on your knees, Trinity, or get the fuck out of my office.
She may well have done Weinstein.
It was the Weinstein production.
I don't know, but they were all in that era.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And before that, you're telling me, listen, Gwyneth Paltrow didn't suck on some fucking dick, or at least let fucking Harvey, whack it in front of her. Come on now, all these whores did it. Rose
Oh,
McGowan
I'm
even
sure.
admitted that she did it. She did. She said she did it because she had to do it to get the fucking part.
Just one angry boyfriend would have been all it took to put a bullet in that fat fuck's head.
Oh yeah, yeah. But you know what? I do question getting to them because them guys got to have some kind of a fucking at least a half-ass security team.
I'm sure he does, yeah, but how much of it is he doesn't think he's touchable?
Mm.
And obviously he was fairly well untouchable until he got so fucking old he couldn't move anymore.
Well, yeah, that was the argument that's made is that it wasn't anything against Weinstein or he wasn't gonna like break any fucking contracts or oaths or anything like that. It was just that he was useless. So let's get rid of him.
Yep.
It's like Cosby was a different story. That motherfucker was trying to buy a network, like an entire network. He was trying to buy fucking what, NBC or something. Like, yeah, we got to get something
Now,
together on him.
you think about it, and all these accusations against Weinstein, he fucking jerked off on a plant and shit like that. You had these fucking beautiful women in your office. Would you be jerking off on a plant or would you be fucking?
I mean, it might have been listen, me personally, nah, I wouldn't take advantage of anybody. But,
You lying fucker.
but he may have been doing a fucking. They say it was about power, and I can kind of, I guess, I can get that, understand it, I guess. But maybe he wasn't physically touching them. So on the off chance that one of these bitches did decline or did try to call the cops, no actual crime was committed, indecent exposure, but you came up to my room. So I mean, he
Uh,
technically didn't commit any crime that was on the books yet until Me Too started or whatever.
Coercing them into fucking ain't a crime.
Nah, you want this fucking role? Come up to my room. No, thank you. You don't have the role then. Are you sure that's what you want? Yep. Guess what happened to that girl? She didn't get raped. I mean, I don't know.
I'll
I would,
guarantee you almost every one of them that went up into that room didn't get raped either.
well, molested, fucking.
Molested or nothing. They went up there willing.
Oh, that point. Of course, I agree with you on that. Yeah, I agree with you on that 100%. This was all willing. That, like I said, that bitch Rose McGowan said that it happened to her, but it happened to her fucking 10 years ago. So what the fuck have you been doing for 10 years, bitch? Why the fuck didn't you tell anybody 10 years ago, bitch? What the fuck? Now all of a sudden you want to do it? Now all of a sudden you're a victim? Before you was a movie star. You know what I mean? Like now you're a victim. Get the fuck out of here.
Yep. It's called quid pro ho.
Yeah, quick pro ho, quick pro ho, Clarice. Oh my God, do you want to be in my movie or do you want to go home? You know, we have a pool at the Oscar Commission. I don't know if that's how he talks. But today, Harvey Weinstein sounds like Hannibal Lecter with a sore throat.
I really, to this day, I cannot believe that Bill Cosby did what he was accused of.
No, I don't believe. I won't. I will. You. There's nothing you could get. There's nothing you could say to me to make me believe that. Is he possibly a dirty old man? Sure, sure, for sure. Um, But no, nobody went up there and got fucking bamboozled like that. Nothing, none of that happened. None of the
What?
accusations that came out were recent. He wasn't a 70-year-old man doing this shit. This is all supposedly he was doing this years ago. Why the fuck didn't you say this years ago? Oh, I didn't want to ruin my career. So what, bitch? Now that your career is ruined, you want to just come out and take a shot in the dark? Hopefully this will fucking bring me back to relevancy.
But think about it though. How much fun would it be to fuck a chick that you drugged into unconsciousness?
Yeah. Unless you're into fucking dead bodies, what kind of thrill are you going to get out of that?
Might as well go in the bathroom and jerk off. It's fucking quicker,
Yeah,
cheaper.
yeah, no shit, no shit. And but yeah, like I said, and these women were living with this travesty, this whole fucking get the fuck out of here. If anything, at best, they were maybe living with regret if they fucked Cosby like in his older years or something like that, and he was kind of like a nasty fuck or something like that, or it was gross. If
Uh,
anything, they regret fucking Bill Cosby. There's nothing that they've been living with over the fucking years. They could have
the
said this
fact
at any fucking time, whatever.
they probably regretted the fact that they hoard themselves for work.
That's a possibility too. That's a possibility too. Like, damn, I wish, I probably could have got that spot on Cosby if even if I didn't go up to his hotel room. Maybe
At
not.
least with the Weinstein thing, there was a couple of actresses that came out long before all this Me Too thing went down.
Yeah, people were trying to talk about it but got shut down. And it was
Yeah.
like the Epstein thing. Epstein got brought up on fucking molestation charges and fucking rape charges and fucking all this shit, but they let it go. They bring all this shit up and then it gets dropped. So
Oh, who you
there's
know?
well, yeah,
Or in the
exactly.
women's case, who you blow?
Yeah, no shit. Or in Epstein's case, who you get pussy for, who you have dirt on.
Yeah, no
Is it,
shit.
he's like, yeah, go ahead, Acosta. Go ahead. Tell on me. Tell
Maxwell
on me.
dead yet?
I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with her. I haven't really even heard from her. I figured I'd be on the news. Ghislaine Maxwell,
Well, I
former.
figured that she was
Hey,
fixing to
you know
die.
what they you know what they call her on fucking so when you type in Google it says Ghislaine Maxwell, former socialite is her title now. That's her title. Her title before was a socialite.
Die, see?
She's not dead yet.
When it should have been Mistress of Whores.
Well, yeah, and it was so ridiculous. This is just such a ridiculous case. Like they're bringing out the ridiculousness of it because they're like, oh yeah, we got the two people that were doing this to all these girls. What about the people that were fucking them? What about
Well,
the other
Maxwell
people that were
never
doing all
stuck a
this
dick
shit?
in one of them, I don't think.
Well, even nonetheless, even if they get her on just molesting, or even if they get her on coercion, or whatever they get her on, I mean, they got her for trafficking. She's, or accomplice to trafficking or something. She's accused. She's convicted. But my thing is though, is that they only they were doing an international sex ring that costed them millions of dollars for just themselves, for just Ghislaine and just Jeff. Just us. Nobody else was involved in it. Nobody else knew about it. It was just them two. And guess what, America? Sleep easy, because we got them. We got the two guys. Get the fuck out of here. This was
Well,
a fucking
pretty,
international sex ring for politicians.
I'm pretty fucking certain right now Prince Andrew is sweating.
I'm pretty sure right now he has not a care in the world. He has not a care in the world. He has as much fucking care of a world. His name keeps getting brought up, but keeps getting brought up with Clinton and it keeps getting brought up with Trump. So if that's any indication, he shouldn't have a care in the fucking world. Trump's probably going to be
Well,
president next fucking year, or not next year, 2024.
hey, did you see that one of the Supreme Court justices is retiring and Biden's going to get a shot at appointing another one?
Oh, no, no. Oh my God, but it's going to be a catastrophe.
Well, he's going to appoint a black woman.
Oh, that can go either way. That can
Well,
go either way, but
fortunately, it's a fucking liberal that's retiring, so it isn't going to change the balance of the court, but still. If you're hiring somebody based on their fucking skin color, that's goddamn def-
yeah,
discrimination.
well, no, it's affirmative action.
Still discrimination.
It's reverse discrimination which doesn't exist, Tony. Come on. Read Tiger Beat or whatever the kids are listening to nowadays.
All right, Jimmy, I'm going to replace you with the white host. So
Get with the times, boomer.
actually, I already tried that, and the show failed spectacularly.
Tried it 3 times, 4 times. 4 times, 4 different people, didn't work.
All the other white guys weren't Jimmy.
They're not animated enough.
I don't know. Not
It's
dedicated enough for sure.
fantasmas.
Hell, even Jimmy ain't dedicated enough to do what we was doing then.
What do you mean? I'm ready. What do you want to do? Show me a
Back in the
task.
day, we was doing fucking shows every day.
Oh yeah, hell no, I'm not doing that.
I even seen shows we did at night and on the weekends and shit. I'm like, what the fuck were we thinking?
You're fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Listen. News? Going to this
Might as
fucking
well.
Edgecombe thing. So for those of you that haven't heard, let me get the synopsis up here real quick. The Theodore Edgecombe case, his verdict came in the other day, or maybe last week. I think it was the other day. He's guilty of intentional homicide. Now, originally, and Tony knows this already, originally I was going to bring this up and ask, race questions. Like, is this going to fucking uh, make the fucking Rittenhouse thing? Are they going to bring it back to racism again? Are they going to say, oh, if Theo was fucking Rittenhouse, he would have got off, blah, 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 blah. But then we watched the video, Tone.
Yeah, I made you go find fucking video.
Then we watched the video. Then Tony made me watch the video. And then I fucking had to look deeper into this fucking case. And holy shit, was I wrong. Theodore Edgecombe should have got off.
From what
I
I
think
seen, he sure as fuck coulda.
I think
Should have.
yeah. Did he have shitty lawyers? Was there a point to prove? I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna show you guys the video. Me and Tony already watched it earlier today. I'm gonna show you the video. The guy on the bike is this man Theodore Edgecombe. In the vehicle is a man named Jason Clearman. Now maybe I should bring it up. The guy shooting Theodore Edgecombe is black. Jason Clearman is white, and his wife Evangelina is fucking driving. anybody that has a wife named like Evangelina or some fucking weird ass shit like that, and it's just a regular old fucking American lady, like I I question and not if they're a fucking asshole. You know what I mean? Like, should you be shot anyway? I don't know. They seem like pretentious people already just reading that. But
I
here's the
don't know. I
video.
dated a chick named Angela once, and it didn't turn out well.
Yeah, anybody tries to be exotic, like their parents tried to name them something exotic, should be thrown off a cliff. Here's the video. The guy on the bike is Theodore Edgecombe, the one that got convicted for murder. Intentional reckless homicide. Now there's Jason Clearman jumping out of the car. His wife drives off. And they slowed it down. And there's the shot. Now, here's what happened during that. According to Evangelina Clearman, Edgecombe, a complete stranger at the time, approached their car while they were stopped and said, "Were you talking to me?" Now, previous to this, um, Clearman had yelled something out the window along the lines of "Get the fuck out of the street." Um, hold on a second. Let me get this because it's on my phone. I want to see if I can get it online here, or maybe I shouldn't even waste my time, huh? All right. So, anyway, according to Evangelina Clearman, Edgecombe, a complete stranger at the time, approached their car and said, "Were you talking to me?" Yes, Jason Clearman is said to have replied. The defendant claimed he said, "Yes, nigger." And then the man on the bike violently punches my husband in the face, Evangelina Clearman testified. The victim's wife denied under cross-examination that her husband told her to follow Edgecombe, saying instead that her husband asked her to turn the corner because he wanted to talk to the stranger. Now, get the fuck out of here. I just want to talk to him. Don't worry, honey. I just want to talk to him. Like, come on, bitch. Saying instead that her husband asked her to turn the corner because he wanted to talk to the stranger. She said she saw the bicyclist had a gun, and that she said she tried to warn her husband. She said she could tell by looking at Edgecombe's eyes that he was going to shoot her husband. I could feel it, she
Oh,
said.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's because she knew that her husband was getting out of the motherfucking car to talk shit. She knew it. She knew it.
No
There wasn't
shit.
no getting out. I'm getting out of the car to talk to him. Anybody that hasn't seen that movie yet already, fucking, get in reality and realize, your fucking angry, heated husband is not going to just talk to somebody. Um, da 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 da. Edgecombe's defense lawyer, Belarvi Lamar, said during the closing arguments that the prosecution didn't prove anything beyond a reasonable doubt, and they only showed the jurors theories about what happened. Lamar said that was a rare case that is precedent setting. This time there's an African American man who is now using self defense against a Caucasian man. You don't see that every day. And Clearman, uh, not just anybody, he's somebody, a well respected in this community, blah, 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 prominent immigration lawyer. Edgecombe, who pleaded guilty before trial to bail jumping charges, admitted on the stand that he should not have a gun on him because of pending unrelated criminal cases at the time for felony domestic battery. So he was a prohibited possessor. Um, so pretty much he got it's the Oxford thing. The Oxford thing wasn't a very popular opinion, but just because them people were criminals and they were pieces of shit doesn't mean that they should get negligent homicide. Should they get fucking whatever a fucking negligent parent, a fucking bad fucking parent, whatever the fuck? Yeah, shitty people, sure. But you just because somebody's a criminal, like this guy, he was a criminal, he had a felony, and he was a prohibited possessor. But the fact that he had a gun on him still doesn't mean that he wasn't. He may have thought that the other guy had a gun, whatever the fuck. He may have thought his life was in danger. and he defended himself. But because he's a criminal, he didn't get charged with possessing a firearm. He didn't get charged with anything else other than intentional fucking homicide, reckless intentional homicide.
I don't know how reckless it was. I mean, he hit the guy he was shooting at.
He was aimed towards traffic. So the muzzle of the gun was pointing towards traffic, whether there was a body in front of traffic, whether there was clearly a guardrail in front of traffic, the firearm being pointed at traffic was the reckless part because he endangered other people. But I feel like the murder part of it came because he was a criminal. If he wasn't a criminal and he was an upstanding citizen and this happened, I don't feel like black or white would have came into the picture.
I don't
I
know,
think he would
man.
have got let off. I think he would have got let off. But I mean, is the law that antiquated that,
I
where was this
think,
at?
yeah, you
Milwaukee,
can boot that one. That doesn't sound like a chick name. I really think that this guy's got a case for
appeal.
racial bias on this one. I really do.
Oh yeah, do an appeal and then do a fucking lawsuit. I don't know. I feel like I a guy fucking jumps out of he pulls over and jumps out of his car in traffic to come and fucking get me. I'm I you know, I'm probably gonna shoot him.
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm,
gonna wait for him. If I find out, me finding out he has a gun might mean me getting shot.
I from what I can see, I think the guy was justified.
It looks justified to me.
Yes,
It looks
indeed.
even if there was a confrontation initially, and Theodore Edgecombe punched Jason and then rode off on his bike, and then they got back in the car and chased him down. That makes it even worse in my
Yes,
eyes. That makes it even worse in my eyes. First of all, if you're gonna fight back and get your retribution, don't let the guy ride off on his bike. Get out of the fuck. Do something. Then, and second of all, if something does happen and he gets away, you either got to let it go or call the cops. I mean, one or the other, unless you're intent on vengeance, which leads to shit like this happening. You're gonna get shot or you're gonna get fucking go to jail for the rest of your life. Vengeance never
uh,
leads to good shit.
I really believe that the dude's being railroaded.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. What do you guys think while I'm over here bullshitting and talking? The nomination happens after November. It'll be hard to get judged. Oh, they're talking about the judge still. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know.
Well, they're not going to
I
be able to stop Biden from nominating somebody because uh, Trump got it.
oh yeah.
And they are way better at getting their way than we are.
I will say one thing for this fucking Jason Creeman guy. I hate bicyclists. There's been times before where I fantasized fucking like opening my door on a flock of bicyclists while driving and just kind of like knocking them all down like dominoes and
I
shit
hope
like
that
that.
every one of them fuckers has a gun and shoots you in the fucking junk.
I'm just saying, sometimes they're fucking sometimes they're considered cocksuckers. I think just because they're on a goddamn bike, they own the fucking side of the street.
They get to occupy as much of the fucking street as you do in a car.
Yeah, going 2 miles an hour, and it
Going however the fuck
infuriates me,
fast they're going.
and it infuriates me to no fucking end, and I fucking hate them. And they should have enough common courtesy to put their asses on the sidewalk. Now, if they're in a highway thing or a bridge thing, and there's no fucking shit, there's still a bike lane. You take
Well,
your fucking
most,
ass into and go slow on.
like a lot of cities have, you can't ride a bicycle on the sidewalk.
That's true too. But now this guy, I just watched it again right now. Well, I've been like putting it on repeat. He ran him off the road. Completely ran him off the road. The bicyclist. He ran the bicyclist like off the road. Like he was gonna fucking hit him. Or he was gonna have his wife hit him or something. The wife was driving, remember.
Yeah. Well, that
When you
may have
got a
been
fuck
accidental because you can't fucking drive.
Yeah, it's a woman driver thing. But in his mind, put yourself in his shoes, in Theodore Edgecomb's shoes. Like this car's coming at me, my heart's pumping for sure. I'm at my oh shit moment. So I'm already pumping. And then you jump out of the car and come over here and start talking shit to me or whatever, acting all violent. Yeah,
I
I'm
gotta say
probably
that fucker on a bicycle didn't signal for that right turn. There is that.
there was nobody behind him.
Well, the dude that he shot was behind him.
No, if you watch, look, here goes the truck. There's no one behind him. And then the guy comes speeding into the scene. The wife, I mean, I'm sorry. The wife comes speeding into the scene, runs him off the road, and then here comes fucking old Jason Creeman,
Well, from what
running,
I watched, had I been,
sprinting. I'm shooting you. Go ahead.
as I say, from what I watched, had I been on that bicycle, I'd have shot that fucker too.
Yeah,
I might
yeah,
have just shot the fucking witch for being with him.
yeah. Just gave a couple to the car. Fuck it. Um, it looks like a good shoot, but the two could have avoided this by using damn brains. Oh yeah, for sure. I agree completely. I agree 100% completely. This was definitely not necessary.
No, it certainly shouldn't have got here. That fucking asshole in the car should have called the goddamn cop if the
Yeah,
guy actually hit him.
yeah, which, we all know that could be fabricated.
Women lie.
Yeah, yeah. One of their best qualities.
Well,
Let me see. I'm just being an asshole. Come on.
I am
Don't
too, man.
fucking well me. Um,
I was going to say at least it's one of the ones that they're really good at.
oh, all right.
Their
We've
best
heard enough.
qualities end up with orgasm at some point.
Yeah.
Not for that, there'd be a fucking bounty on them.
If only for that, there would be a bounty on them. All the other
No, if not
qualities
for that.
suck. All the other qualities are why nobody gives a fuck.
That's
Like,
right.
whatever. I'll find one.
If it wasn't for that vagina, there'd be a fucking bounty on them.
Oh, okay. We're thinking different ways. I would say without all those bad, shitty qualities, there would be a bounty on them to catch them and keep them. But you're saying there'd be a bounty on them to catch them and kill them. I got you.
Yes,
Yes, I got you. I got you. Yeah,
I'm using the common use of bounty.
same page. I'm using the catch and cat. I'm using Dog the Bounty Hunter's um description of bounty. Catch them and keep them. Try to teach them a lesson or make them cook you dinner.
No.
Tony, what kind of knife you got? When you walk around on the streets, what kind of knife you carry?
Uh, old timer lockback and an old timer tri blade folding knife, 2 paw points.
I got a fucking I got an assisted flip that I carry. But do you carry any like brands?
Old timer.
Old time. Oh, okay. I'd see. I thought you just went old
Trade.
timer. Schrade, yeah. I have a Schrade. I got a Schrade Bowie knife. That motherfucker is nice. Wait, is
The
yours a
one
Bowie
I
knife?
have,
The old timer?
no, it's a lockback.
Oh, then it ain't the same one. Mine has a weird fucking name to it like that too, though. I threw the box out, so I don't know. The packaging out, so I don't know. But
The the one I carry in my pocket is actually a Rough Rider, which is one of the sharpest fucking knives I've ever had.
yeah, the one that I have, the out the front one that I have is Benchmade, and then the flip one that I carry is Western. My bad. I had to look at it.
I actually won't spend any serious money on a knife because it's too easy to lose.
No, I both on it to be honest with you, both of my knives were good. The knives that I carry around, the one in the car and the one on me, are fucking gifts. But I do have a what's the one with the fuck Benchmade? I do got a Benchmade, but it's like it's 511 branded. So I guess they had the knife made, but then branded it 511 or whatever. I got one of those too, but I don't use it. And then I got a bunch of fucking I got butterfly knives from like fucking swap meets and shit like that and that kind of shit, but they're not really practical for carry.
I
I'm
got
kind of
a
the I'm
shitload of pocket.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I yeah. But I'm kind of with you in the whole I personally like if one of these knives that I got breaks, I'm not going to replace them. If I could send them in for free and get them fixed, I'll try it out. But I'm not definitely not gonna like pay money like that to carry a knife. A knife is a knife is a knife. A knife to me is a disposable tool. They're meant to be
Well,
used. They're
honestly,
meant to be broken. They're meant to be, left behind if necessary.
this knife that I carry, the old timer, is about a 4-inch lock blade with a clip on it. So
Right.
you can, put it on a belt, or I clip it on the pocket with the knife in the pocket, sticking out the top. And this one I just bought uh, maybe a month ago because I lost the other one.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
I've carried them fucking. I've even carried them rip off Smith and Wesson folding knives that they sell at fucking like AutoZone and shit like that. I've carried those before.
I mean, I'm not a knife snob or anything like that. Whatever is fine, but this particular knife and the way I carry it works really well for me. And the knife can be really fucking sharp.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not advocating for people to go out and get the shittiest thing that you can and like fuck it, who cares about. Carrying a good knife is important. I would say almost as important as carrying a decent, well-maintained firearm. You want a decent, well-maintained fucking knife.
I
Um,
tell you, the Rough Riders are actually a fairly cheap Chinese knife, but they're fucking decent.
yeah, well, that's what I
The
mean.
blades,
Yeah, as long as it stays, the screws in it stay tight, and the fucking blade isn't made out of garbage, and the locking mechanism isn't easily broke. Like, get a decent knife. You're gonna have to spend maybe like $40, $50 on a decent knife, maybe like $30, but
maybe like 12, which is what I spent on this one.
yeah, yeah, decent, yeah, I'm not gonna argue with you on that because Walmart has a whole array of prices of fucking knives that are decent.
Those Rough Rider knives are all somewhere, 20, $25.
Yeah,
The fucking blades, I got 3 of them, and they're all razor fucking sharp.
they stay sharp. Now the Rough
They've
Rider,
done
that's the
better.
ones. Those are the ones that have like they're like fucking fancy kind of looking. Like the wood in the middle and then the metal pieces on the tips.
They can be.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
They're just a knockoff of, all the Schrade, Oldtimer, and Case, all those fucking knives. These are just Chinese copies.
Schrade makes a fucking sharp fucking blade.
Well, see, that's Oldtimer is Schrade.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, Schrade makes a fucking sharp blade. Yeah, I know you told me. But yeah, they make a sharp blade because the Bowie knife that I have, I didn't even sharpen that motherfucker, and it was, yeah, it's sharp as fuck, cutting paper like nothing.
I started fucking collecting knives when I was whittling for a while, or wood carving. And, man, a lot of those fucking knives required sharpening a lot. The
Oh
Schrades
yeah,
especially. The stainless steel is a little harder to fuck with than regular steel or carbon steel.
yeah, they go dull quicker. That's for
But
sure. That's
those
why I
Rough
cut my
Riders
finger.
are a little better quality than old time
That's how I
as
cut
far
my
as
middle
steel.
finger. I was whittling and it fucking, and I didn't pay attention to the blade being dull and fucking went right across my middle knuckle. You could see the bone and shit. I was in Cub Scouts at the time. Everybody
Say,
was
then it
freaking out.
wasn't that fucking dull.
Well, yeah, no, but yeah, you know what I mean though. Got snagged up on the wood and shit. It was my fault. I blame me, but I was only like 10, maybe. Fuck, I can't remember. I know I was a Cub Scout and we were on a camping trip. And I didn't get touched. But anyway, this is high
Hey,
cons.
DJ.
What's up? What?
I said, hey, DJ, I got the first pocket knife I bought for myself that as an adult that would be considered a real honest to God pocket knife. Buck.
Yeah, Buck
I
brand.
think it was a 105, but I'm trying to look.
Buck makes all right knives. I'll tell you what, I had a good fucking knife that was made in Pakistan. I bought it at the gun shop, at the local gun shop back in Arizona. That was a really good knife. Stayed sharp, everything. I used it to throw.
This says 371.
I like hatchets too.
Yeah, they're 371s. Anyway, I bought this buck knife, and it's like a 4-inch long knife when it's folded. Just not very comfortable in my pants pocket, so I went and got a smaller one, and I don't remember what it was, but it was the same damn knife as the buck, only it was a smaller version, tri-blade folder, and it was some sort of Schrader old timer or something,
Yeah.
but it was all right. Then I bought the Rough Rider. My dad gave me the last gift my dad gave me was another buck, uh, same model as the one that I had, the 371 with different scales. The one I bought had kind of reddish brown scales on the side of it, and the one my dad bought was just walnut.
What the fuck do you mean scales? Just the two side plates?
The wood bits on the handles are scale.
Oh, okay. Lost me for a second.
But as far as use, this damn old timer folding lock blade is by far the one I use the most.
Yeah.
I
See, I
got the
had a
open boxes from Amazon and shit.
See, that's why I got a bunch of like throwaway knives whenever I'll go to the fucking well, I obviously don't go anymore, but whenever I used to go to the swap meet and shit like that, I'd always buy those little like $15 stiletto knives and those fucking switchblade looking knives and fucking the ballad songs and all that shit. I would always buy it. I got literally a backpack full of those.
Now, I carry a 3-blade folder in my pocket. And I think they call it a Stockman, is the model. But my favorite is a regular Barlow. Uh, as far as if I'm using a knife for carving and shit, the way you can hang onto a Barlow is just fucking awesome. And I bought 2 of those Rough Riders in Barlows. I've got a few others that are shit. I bought one, I think it was an Imperial, which is a knockoff cheap trade. And it was a piece of shit. And I whittled with it, and it, the blades got sharp really good. I whittled or carved with it for a little while, and it got so fucking loose that I don't feel safe putting any pressure on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the pin they lock the blade on is plastic. That's not true, but I bought one of those carving thingies. It's like a multi-tool for wood carving.
Oh yeah.
It's got fucking 12 different carving blades in it, gouges, things to make spoons and shit with.
And we got the one you can hollow it out through with and shit like that.
Yeah, it's got 2 or 3 of those on at different sizes.
Yeah.
But that motherfucker is all but impossible to sharpen worth of shit.
What do you mean? Just the angle of it?
Because of, a lot of the gouges and shit around it. And it's really hard to put an edge on something that's round. Unless you had like a buffer on a grinder, that way, which is probably what I need to do. I certainly can't get it done with a stone.
Go to fucking you got a grinder?
I don't own a grinder.
Go to fucking Bass Pro Shop. They'll sharpen your knives for you for $5.
It'd be cheaper to buy a fucking grinder.
Yeah, if you add up all the knives, probably.
Probably buy a grinder for $10 or $12 at Harbor Freight. I don't care. I'm not using it. I haven't carved any wood since I've been here at this house. Well, that's not true. Carved someone who was over there watching the grandkids when the daughter went on a appointment in Wisconsin. But I don't do it here because I don't have to fucking sweep up after myself every goddamn time. Lazy. I should. I've got the wood and the knives to do it with. I stopped doing it to let my fucking fingers heal, to be honest with you. Because I made a fairly ornately carved Santa Claus figure for my old lady. I cut the fuck out of my thumbs. And a couple of fingers too, but the thumb was the worst. I inadvertently hit the left thumb with the knife and cut that fucker to the bone. And then trying to do short stuff with it, I'm pulling the blade towards my right thumb, just like kind of. Cut the piss out of the right thumb doing that shit. That's how sharp the old knives were. I tried to use a fucking thimble and then a leather cover for my thumb. I couldn't feel it, so I couldn't use it. Honestly, there's some exceptionally good tutorials for carving on YouTube. And it isn't as hard to figure out as you might think. You start
like actually carving figures and fucking shit like that?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, I've carved a number of things. Hell, I got a fucking little Santa Claus here. It's about the size of your pinky finger that I carved and painted. Actually, this is the first fucking thing I carved. You know, of course it doesn't like oh, it looks like some dude sitting and carved it, not knowing what the fuck he was doing. But still, well, you know what it is.
Yeah.
And the other stuff I did, which was a little bit bigger, started out with 2x2 stock when I carved the other stuff. That was a little easier because getting detail was easier on a bigger piece. But you really don't want to grab a stick out of the yard. You really probably want to buy some basswood, okay? Because it to start with, and this is what I'm talking about, just starting out continuously. Start with, you can wet basswood and make it soft and dry, and that makes it a lot easier to carve.
If it's wet.
Yeah, if you damp the surface of it, you can carve it fairly easily. But you really need to think about protecting your fucking thumb.
Mm.
Because it will tear your fucking thumbs up quick. And the sharper your knife is, the deeper you'll cut your thumb.
Makes sense.
I can assure you of that. So when you're super proud of that exceptionally sharp knife that you can fucking shave with and such, you want to keep in mind that you're going to take fucking into your thumb off with it too.
Yeah, metal beats skin every time.
Especially razor sharp metal.
Yeah.
The sharper the fucking knife is, the more it hurts when you cut yourself with it.
I would imagine so.
I don't quite understand why that is, because you think there'd be less collateral damage, you know, as opposed to just slicing through, as opposed to tearing through. No.
No.
It hurts.
The after hurt is what hurt when I cut down to the knuckle. That's what it didn't hurt. I was a kid, mind you, didn't even scream. But after, when I tried to straighten my finger back out, that's where the pain kicked in.
You know, when I cut my left thumb with that exceptionally sharp blade, when I did it, I cut like 3/8 of an inch into my thumbnail.
Oh yeah, I could believe that.
You know, and that's how deep it went when I hit it on the bottom side. Sunk right in, cut the thumbnail and all. Yeah, that's when I had to take a leap of absence from carving because I was too fucked up. That fucking thumb hurt for a couple weeks.
Well, I guess it's break time. I guess it's break time, boys.
And after that, the daughter came home, and when we come back over here, I carved an elephant lady out here. One of those caricature. So it wasn't, you know, perfectly symmetrical to a real elephant. It was elongated.
Yeah.
But that's the last thing I did.
So no more after that.
Yeah, actually, I had that actual carving knife at that time. Jimmy, why the fuck would you ask Jimmy a gun question? Think he has an answer?
What?
That would be right?
I'm looking at knives. What's the question?
Gunmetal guy said, Jimmy, I got a big gun question.
Ask away. Please.
I'm fucking offended by that.
Yeah. I know more about modern firearms than you do.
Unless it's some of that trash like AR or AK shit.
Well, that's modern.
Modern, yes. The AK was done in 47. The AR in like 59.
And 15. Shit. I kill myself sometimes.
Right there's a good carving knife. That open L.
Oh, the open L. Okay, yeah, I'm past that now. Boom. Right there's a good carving knife, Tony says.
Not that lock, but
Open L. It's I'm sitting on it. You'll see it in a second. I know knife
yeah,
brands
this
too.
fucking uh, lag is kind of a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, don't you trust me, you ain't gotta tell me about it. I know. It sucks being fucking a minute into the future ahead of all you guys.
I just bought my son-in-law a set of open L's for Christmas. A whole set of them. I think there was 10 or 12 of them in it. Various sizes and shapes.
Yeah, that's cool. You didn't get your son anything for Christmas.
I don't have a son.
Yeah, 23andMe told me that you were my dad.
Yeah,
Remember we had a
well,
whole 20-minute bit about it a couple weeks
I
ago?
made it absolutely fucking clear at that point that no, I ain't.
Whatever. You've denied me my whole life, Papa.
Well,
Open
you
L
can go to
number
your
8.
grave knowing that I'm going to for the rest of it too.
Alright, I'll be okay, I promise. Yes, the lag sucks a donkey balls.
Yeah, but they don't get
Plastic
it, I
gun.
don't think, because of, you know, they get, like when you watch these, it all happens uh, according to time like it should. Watch it after. So I'm assuming they see it that way.
Yeah.
But what he shows on the screen, I don't see for about 20 or 30 seconds.
Mm.
Yes, and that is the open element.
So that means that I'm 30. So being 30 seconds more intelligent than everybody kind of sucks. That's a big power, but a big responsibility.
Well, you ain't getting 30 seconds of intelligence from me, I can tell you that.
No, I know I'm losing it. I lost 30 seconds of intelligence fucking with you.
Oh shit, let's get to this fucking question.
Where is the goddamn question at, Gunmetal Guy? Yeah, Ozzy, thank you,
How the fuck is you gonna
Ozzy.
know anything about the future of
Gunmetal Guy's
revolvers?
like, fuck it, these guys are clearly retarded. I don't have a question anymore. I'm gonna ask never enough ammo. What the?
He's asking you about the future of revolvers.
I would ask you in the future about revolvers. I love them also, but I had a question about plastic gun Glock.
They can melt if you leave them on your dash in Arizona in the summer.
It happened. It That's a true story that he's telling
Oh
you guys
shit.
right now. That is a true story that he's telling you guys right now. That's why I get the bigger Glocks because they're thicker plastic. I hope. At Tony, I'm getting the MOS G40, the gun that I carry. During a lasting ballistics chat, he recommended KKM barrel for all type bullets. He said get them to polish for big bore load. Any experience with KKM or Lone Wolf? Yes, even though this question was directed at Tony for some fucking reason. I do have a KKM barrel, a 6-inch KKM barrel. I wasted my money. The reason why I wasted my money is because um I don't want to keep replacing my springs, or I only have one backup. So I want to save the springs as long as I can so I don't use buffalo bore, and I haven't used any lead cast bullets, 10 millimeter bullets. I've only used um I've only used full metal jackets or hollow points or any something copper
Is
related or
that
copper plated.
barrel you got, is that a rifle barrel or is it that octagon shit or polygon or
No,
whatever the
that's
fuck
why.
they call it?
So it has regular rifling, and that's why it's able to take the lead slugs out of it, the lead bullets out of it. Because it won't foul. Don't get me wrong. The the polygonal fucking rifling will take those fucking those rounds, but it gets dirty very fast, and you do take a chance because it has the unsupported chamber. So you do take a chance of your shit exploding. Good news is though, it'll only explode the grip in the magazine.
I
It like
thought you was gonna say
literally,
it'll only explode once.
yeah, well, yeah, that too. It will only explode one time. Bad news is Glock won't care. So I mean, yeah, listen, it's what an extra $200 at the time for me. 275 bucks would have got me the threaded barrel and a compensator set, and I passed on that. So I think I ended up spending like 200 total for the KKM barrel. I would have spent in retrospect, I should have spent that extra $100 and just got the compensator with it because it would have made the gun look cooler. I personally, if you like that two-tone barrel, the barrel and the slide having two tones, I guess go for it. If you're gonna shoot hard cast bullets, lead bullets, do that. It's not a bad investment, but if you ain't gonna use it, don't waste the money. If you are gonna use it, do it.
Why would you not shoot lead out of yours?
The first reason is because only lead 10 millimeter that I've found on the market is buffalo bore. I've shot a box of buffalo bore, and that was all of that I've ever shot in 10 millimeter. And it's
That's
basically
right.
because
Wow.
it's basically because I want to save the spring life as long as I can. So I just get standard hollow points or fucking, nothing like super hot. The hottest
You
shit that
gonna
I
buy
got,
a
it
fucking
goes
reloading
17.
set?
I don't know. Probably never. I don't know.
Connery
I,
had you to reloading at one point. I don't know what the fuck happened to you while you was a goddamn alien.
I left for 3 years. I still want to do it. It's just right now I don't. I'm not gonna do it. I don't got the space to do it, and I don't want to do it.
Well, when you come by to get all these amps and shit, I'll give you that fucking Lead Progressive I got.
What is that? Oh, the reloader.
Yeah, it's a Progressive, but it's set up for 9 or 380 right now. You have to buy the components to bigger bullets.
Yeah.
It's all right. I got a gun though. I understood why you asked me that.
Yeah, yeah, you should
It had
already know
nothing
by
to do
now.
with me. It had nothing to do with me knowing the answer.
Yeah. Yeah. And also you should know by now I don't care. I was just joking.
Uh,
Even when I yell, I joke.
right now is not the time to get into reloading. Honestly, shit's too expensive. Although I have seen some backpedaling in the market as far as prices of molds and shit like that. Not
Oh, shit's
much,
coming
but
down a little
some
bit.
a little. Uh, there's still a boatload of shit that ain't available, and I don't know why. It don't make sense. I mean, you still can't hardly find 44 Magnum or Special 45 Colt Brass.
Oh, there's components that aren't available.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the shit to get started at first. That's what I thought you was
I
talking about. So like
I haven't even
primers, fucking shells, all that shit you can't get.
I haven't looked for primers. Bullets seem to be fine. We can get bullets, but I don't need to because I can mold my own.
I got you. Yeah, gunmetal guy. Yeah, get it then. I would get it if you're gonna use it. Yeah, get it. Absolutely. It has a couple advantages. The two advantages that I know of is the fully supported barrel and or the fully supported chamber, excuse me, and the different rifling on the barrel. It's able to take anything. So if you're gonna shoot anything out of it, I would get that for sure.
Definitely, you want that fully supported chamber if you're going to reload. Although I
Yeah,
know people do it, I don't know how good those fucking dies can go all the way down on the case if that case bulges right there where that chamber isn't supported.
that's what I'm saying. You might as well. It's all. I think like I said, at most I think it's only like an extra $200, so it's not horrible. spending like 700 on the gun, I'm assuming, close to it, around that. So yeah, you're still under a grand.
I'll tell you
Use that.
what, and you hear people go on and on and on about various stuff, but I'm sitting here in my main press I use every time I reload is a 30-year-old Lee Challenger that I have never done anything to except clean.
And only blew one gun
There,
up with it.
that wasn't the press that did it.
What did, oh, that was when you're putting the gunpowder in.
Yeah, that was the fucking scale being set to 10 grains to start with instead of 0. And
Yeah,
believe me,
Underwood
those
Extreme
look.
Defender. Oh my God, that is a fucking. I need to get another box of that shit. Tony, have you ever shot like a
No,
set of ammo? Whether you no, no, not Underwood, but I'm just saying, just like a set brand ammo that you made that you just can't stop shooting. It's so fucking fun. You can't stop shooting this motherfucker.
do you see that fireball on my picture?
Okay, so the answer is
Yeah,
yes. That's
yes, it
Underwood
is.
for me. That's Underwood for me. I bought 30 fucking $4, something like that, in or around that number, give or take a few cents. Box of 20 fucking bullets. 25, I think. No, 20 bullets. And man, I couldn't stop shooting that motherfucker. I was like, all right, I'm gonna shoot a couple to see how it goes, and then load up the magazine with it, and then I'm gonna have one magazine, and then I'll just get some more when I can. Gone. Gone
About
immediately.
$5, 5 boxes of that ammo, and you can be set up to make your own.
5 boxes of it.
No,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
kidding.
huh? Because I could just take out the fucking I could take out the primers, and then what would I have to do to the fucking shell, to the case, whatever?
What I
Nothing.
was talking about is the cost of those 5 boxes of ammo is about the same as it is to get into reloading.
Oh, and can I buy those bullets though? Can I buy those Underwood bullets?
Uh,
Just the bullet?
can't I can't say for sure, but most of that shit, it's not worth the money.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, gunmetal guy. That fucking the manual of arms is something that you have to learn on. When I carried a fucking double single action, it was even still a little like different. You got to, and when you're going cocked locked with a 1911, look at Tex Grebner, man. You want to know what the fuck you're doing, and then some.
Well, and especially like with Grebner, I think that his fat inadvertently kicked the safety off.
Yeah, when it brushed against his fucking fat body, for sure, for sure.
Uh,
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think that that happens often, and I do. Listen, he wanted to blame the holster. I don't blame the holster. Yeah, it has a shitty retention on it where you have to use your index finger and put pressure on your index finger as you draw. So if you don't release tension on your index finger, I could see that being a possible problem as you draw, going onto the trigger and then pulling it inadvertently. But if your safety's on, that's like it's going to save the whole day. You're not going to pull that trigger, even if
I
you
don't
do.
I don't just blame the holster, but it does part of it. But you're right. If you got the safety on, you're fine. But as far as it goes with me, I don't care for having to have fucking safety on ever.
But the in 1911, I'm going to have to concede on that and say that that's where the safety belongs at. Which is why I
Yeah.
also consider it an antiquated fucking piece of technology. You
See,
guys thought I was going to say shit.
you hear me talk about that LC380 quite a bit, but it is one that is about half-assed cocked and locked. It does have a hammer. It does have safety, but the hammer's not fully cocked, and you have to pull the trigger to make it go off. It does push the hammer back as you pull the trigger, so it's about half single, half double. It's kind of an odd design, but still, it's not the same thing as a 1911 where if you accidentally get that safety off, you may fucking really be in trouble.
Yeah, especially if by accidentally you mean not knowing that you did it.
Exactly.
Like it's sitting there, sitting there loaded on your hip with the safety off. That's a
You're
problem. DJ, how much you want for it, and send it to me. You should have my return address somewhere. Hey, so this is funny. I gave the fucking the the in-laws as my return address in case anyone's, you know what I mean? So just
you
in
know
case
it,
any bad shit comes back to me or any weird shit or anything, anybody comes after me, there's a buffer that I'll
that
block.
1911 thing. It's especially problematic if you sit down and your fucking fat roll flips off that safety for you.
That too. That too.
And I mean, I'm not rail thin. I do have a little bit of flab, just because I'm a fucking old man. And I can see where it could happen.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. And I can see where it could happen too. But I don't know. That's why I just like Glocks, man. It's like a good fucking Stanley hammer or something. You're definitely not gonna break the bank.
That's when I keep on about that Smith and Wesson. That thing, it's less than the Glock, and it's the same damn idea.
Yeah, but listen, when they make a 10 millimeter version or something like that that's worth having, maybe I'll consider their SDV-10 or something.
I
But
can I can shoot a 9 millimeter, so I don't have to worry about having a bigger one.
nah,
And if I need something bigger, I've got 44 Magnum.
I want something
Not
that's
no
gonna take. I want something that's gonna take down everything.
right, 44 Magnum.
That too. That too. I'm not gonna argue that point with you. But I am gonna wrap this motherfucker up.
Jesus Christ, it's 11:15.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Have
Why
a
the
good
hell do we
weekend,
always
everybody.
stay late Friday?
I don't know.
You think
We
we'd
stayed
want to
late the
spill
last
out of
show that
here?
we did.
Did we?
Yeah. Yeah, at least I know the recording that I looked at was 8 minutes over, and then it took out at least a minute or two of show, however long that little Beatles bit was. So it was like 2 hours and 10 minutes.
He's
But
selling and downsizing Key Cali.
who?
I ain't catching up. Gun mode. I said he's selling and downsizing Key Cali. Not getting it. Anyway, good day, everybody.
Yeah, well, yeah. Good day, everybody. Gizzard Gary's coming on tonight. Wait,
Oh yeah, we gotta do all that shit too.
yeah, today is Friday. Gizzard Gary's coming on tonight. Friday Night Strike. G Webb's got his two-way wrap up. MK Outdoor Journal. Travis is gonna be on Saturday morning. Ponry's gonna be on Saturday morning. Rick's Life as I See It. I think he's back on. Guns and Barbecue. Huh?
Rick
He
was
is?
on Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, then he should be back. Guns and Barbecue is on Saturday night. Unloaded Media has a wrestling chat Saturday night. Sunday night he's got a weekend review alongside Midnight Range TM the closer. Oh yeah. And I forgot about the fucking early bird chat. Gizzard Gary 7 a.m., 9 a.m., and 10 a.m.
Yeah, it should be on.
Should be. With that, fucking peace.
Bye, y'all.
Should have been a little bit more quicker with that. There we go.
You're watching the NWP podcast. You're